Hello and welcome back to the cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine and on this channel I do the Spirit Guide Monthly live every last Friday of the month. I hope you're able to join me. But I also do this, I do pick a card readings. And today's pick a card reading has 5 piles in it and it is what are their feelings now? Now this is not necessarily a romantic relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a former employer, it could be a family member, it could actually be somebody you're in separation with, or it could be an ex, we don't know yet. I have 5 piles, I did shuffle for these, so they do have some meaning around them. See which one really calls out to you, that is the message that you are most meant to receive. I will see you at the time of your reading. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 1 and then this is your reading, we're putting the number 1 over there so that people can easily fast forward to their reading, but there will be timestamps in the description box down below. This is the Tarot of the Divine. It'll be bringing you a 6-card predictive spread with a potential 7 card for clarifying, 6 being the number of internal balance, emotional balance. It has some significance for twin flames as well. The Lenormand card, the Garden, is the one that you selected. I did shuffle for all of the Lenormand cards. The Garden is usually about meetings and public spaces, seeing one another in public. It can also be someone who's not quite ready to settle down. It can also be reaping the fruits of your labor. So we're going to get going for what are their thoughts and feelings now for pile number 1. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, don't forget hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Let's go. All right, the 5 of Pentacles is in the upright there. This could have been a rejection in your life. It can be something that is in separation. Now, the 5 of Pentacles, the good thing about it is that it's a temporary situation. It is something that will pass. But it can be a feeling of deprivation. It can be ill health. It's some isolation as well. This may be somebody who, let's get the rest of these cards down. First, the Sun in reverse. This is a healing energy. I have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And then I have the Hermit in the upright. And we're going to read off of these for a little bit. Then we're going to take the 7th card as the clarifier. We're also going to get some oracle cards, and the oracle cards will be determined by what's being revealed by the cards. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is a difficult energy. In the past, there is this feeling of anxiety and being isolated, and you might be looking at a relationship that you left behind due to some abuse. The Emperor in reverse can be an emotionally abusive person. It can indicate a sociopath, and it can also indicate a feeling of powerlessness. Their thoughts and feelings, though, are essentially unchanged. They are apparently by themselves right now. There may have been extra people involved. This does look like an ex situation to me. Here's the thing. They've had a lot go wrong for them. This Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They've got multiple major arcana. Their health has suffered. And in terms of what their thoughts and feelings are about you, is apparently, I want to see regrets on this, but I kind of don't have it. I have the Knight of Swords in the upright as my 7th card clarifier that I'm going to put there. That is usually certainty, swiftness. It can be air travel. This is a difficult situation because this appears to be an ex situation. It does not appear to be anything that is current. Their thoughts and feelings are that I think they used to feel very justified in some actions that are not coming off well, like they weren't fair. Really, it looks like the 3 of Wands in reverse. 3s in reverse are problematic for me in a love relationship reading simply because it usually means a third party. It looks like maybe they were not faithful. I don't know if that was historically or if it was towards the end. This relationship looks like it just took a lot from you. All of these cards in reversals are not bad, but they do have an indication. All readers have a personal relationship to their cards that develops and expands through their own experience. Their thoughts and feelings are, they thought they were very, very justified. That sociopath marker. Remember, sociopaths are made. They are not born, meaning that they're also a form of trauma survivor. They're usually not very interested in healing. But it's like they've had enough go wrong that they have questions around. This is a soul-searching card. This is a taking action card. I think they have some anxiety around what's going to be happening to them. Because in this particular spread, there's going to be some indications for you and some indications for the others in that 6. And no matter how deprived of all good things this person made you feel, or unworthy or unchosen, their life has not been going super well with that Wheel of Fortune energy in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is, here's the thing, I think they've experienced a lot of distance from people. And it didn't really start to sink in because this is energy, their energy as well. It feels like other people have withdrawn from them and their choices have been limited. They have this is the Virgo energy. We could be dealing with a Virgo. We could be dealing with an Aries. I really kind of don't think that. I'm going to get some, can you tell me more about this person, please? Like I said, the garden, the energy is also reaping what you have sown. And that's the energy that I have around this, is that everything that they try to make happen stumbles and falls. And do they associate it with things that they have done wrong? Sorry, I had to pause to get my dog Oscar to quit destroying something. We're going to keep talking here about tell me more about this person that is being depicted here. Because their finances are not great. Their health appears to be a little challenged as well. I have Mother, which is nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life, but the shadow attribute is smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Listen, I actually really like your energy in this, but it really is almost as if somebody drained you of all blood here. And where their energy now is they're just so, like, they focus on themselves to the exclusion of others, but it's not necessarily a choice. If it was in the past, if they were very self-involved in the past, there's something where their choices are being minimized. And that Wheel of Fortune card is a karmic card. I've got this, like this literally could be a child that you're separated from, somebody that you did everything from. But I have this like unconditional love that you gave to somebody that they just took as being their right. They do not appear to have changed a great deal. They went through, I kind of want to say a self-pitying phase, that they were a little bit, like I kind of feel like their choices in it were repellent to other people. Because their choices have left them isolated. And it seems like they wouldn't take any accountability. And it felt weird to other people, is the best way that I can put it. I have self-worth. I have Grove as well. So we've got Grove and Garden, and we've got self-worth. Honest to goodness, I think they understand how much value you had in their life, but they didn't treat you that way when you were there. Their thoughts and feelings now. Listen, there's no affection here. This person's very cold. This person's very, very cold. So I'm not getting like the world's best vibe around where they are going forward with you. Are they going to be in your life again? If they are, expected to be in a very odd way. Just in a very odd way. And why? Because it's like their energy goes back and forth sometimes, but they blame a set of circumstances in the relationship they had with you for a lot of their misfortune, because they're not great about taking like they're not good about facing their ego, their shadow work, their own accountability in something. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love this very much. Fear, courage, honesty, and pride. Now I don't read those in reverse, but I have the feeling this person was just not very honest. I've got this weird thing where they kind of want to talk to you, but they don't. They're very uncertain about what their welcome would be, and that looks fitting with this energy. It looks fitting. We're going to keep going. We get some enchanted map cards here as well. The whole thing, the fruits of their labor are sour. The fruits of their labor are sour. That's the easiest way I have of putting what's going on with them. If at any point they were like, I'm better without that person, they don't think that any longer. And the only reason that I think they're not trying to reestablish a relationship with you is it feels like they just burned bridges. They just burned bridges to your land over and over again. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3. I think the reason that you're watching this is that you are waiting for, hey, where's their comeuppance? Compass, flying, dry desert, I'm telling you, slow and steady. So the greater perspective, the compass, they don't appear to have a lot of moral integrity. They just don't. This is not the world's best reading on the person. Like whoever this person is, they're a little bit, they feel a little bit marginal as a human being. They look like they really struggle with, and that is not a judgment, it's just they can't access their better or their higher self very easily. And everything like has withered on the vine for them. I guess I'm going with as many garden metaphors as I humanly can in this particular reading. And they do associate it with you sometimes, but there's this very interesting energy of going back and forth between taking accountability and trying to shunt it off. They come up with this really immature vibe. Like it's hard to tell if they're outright, like are they guided by dark forces, or did they simply never have a moral compass established? I think that you were the person who gave them a feeling of power in this world, and not in the best way. And that's nothing to do with you, it's just that they had an abusive power problem with you. And that was one of the ways that they shored up their own confidence. This, for me, can be a card of messages. And so, as I said, I don't think you're quite done here, but I have this very interesting energy where if you hear something, kind of don't be surprised if it's not, if the news is weird. Meaning that it takes an unexpected form. And that just keeps coming through on this. Because the garden thing is not just for them, it's for you. I have the Gaian Awakening, which is preparing, relocation, and ascension. The relocation energy is a little bit on this. This is one of the cards for moving. It can be air travel. I'm going to get something from Teacher's deck here as well. And we're going to wrap this up because there's not actually a ton to say about this one. End of a harsh karmic cycle. You did it. The only thing I have here that's a little bit weird, 1 and 2 and 3, is the amount of awareness that they have towards you. Ancestral healing, lying there butt off, scam alert, and then many regret mistreating you. Okay, I'm kind of willing to accept that on this particular issue, but it's not the right kind of regret. Like, I don't like things that they did. They have their own guidance, but they, for the most part, ignore it. You were somebody who gave them this feeling of certainty, and their thoughts and feelings now are, they have regret, but it's not of the, like, that person was great, I shouldn't have mistreated them type of regret. Instead, it's that they miss, like, you're a very honest person, apparently they are not. Your ability to, like, be very decisive led them through their fears. But their ego apparently just got in the way over and over again in a relationship. And their thoughts and feelings now are, it's like they wish they had a time machine. But the thing that I don't like is that this end of a harsh karmic cycle, I think they were the harsh karmic cycle. I think they were a karmic relationship. I think that you've learned to really value yourself. They keep a close eye on you. Like, I don't know if they're checking up with relatives, friends, what it is, but they're very aware of your progress and their lack of progress. You had this very loving nature towards them, but it does not appear to have been returned. And apparently, and not through any fault of yours, this person is, like, fundamentally flawed in that area. With that Emperor's card in reverse, it's like they see other people as an opportunity to harvest from them, apparently. The good part here is that your life looks beautiful and bountiful and blooming, but their garden is yielding the fruits that their actions have brought to them. And those actions apparently were somewhat suspect. Their thoughts and feelings now, they have not fundamentally changed because they don't really see the need for it, but they have a form of regret because things have not turned out well for them. Okay, pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope it was helpful. Take care, be well. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 2, then this is your reading. I did shuffle for these. This is the Lenormand card for heart. It can be about love. It's not necessarily romantic love. It can be the love of a friend, love of a family member, or it can stand in for compassion. The Connolly Tarot is going to be bringing you a predictive spread of 6 cards with a potential 7th card clarifying it, 6 being the number of internal emotional balance. For group number 2, what are their thoughts and feelings now? We're going to get oracle cards as the reading reveals the need for it. All right, hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. Remember, there are timestamps in the description box down below as well. I have the Knight of Wands in the upright. That is action, sometimes ardent interest. It is progress as well. I have it with the Four of Wands in the upright. And that comes out with the 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay, this does appear to be something in separation, potentially a twin flame. This happens to be my twin flame card, the 4 of Wands. It comes out with the 9 of Cups in the upright, which is a card of wish fulfillment. I have the card, unfortunately, this card usually stands in for the devil. It's called materialism in this. It can be addiction. It can be the need to recover from codependency. It can also be passion as well. Comes out with the Empress in the upright, which is a new beginning. It is this kind of lusty love of life. It's one of the goddess cards. I'm going to go ahead and take your 7th card qualifier, which is I've got the 6 of Wands in reverse, which is the 6 of Wands in reverse is interesting because it's usually about a delayed journey versus one that will not happen. So this is actually quite a good outcome. 6 being a particularly important number for, again, twin flames, that balance. This is clearly about a twin flame. There's all this chemistry in the past. Like they were very, very attracted to you, but at the time that it happened, they were not able to give you what you wanted. And it seems to be because they were struggling with the need to heal. This is, again, the Devil card. It's the Capricorn card as well. It may have been that they were already involved with somebody for some of you, or it may be that they were struggling to overcome self-destructive habits. Are they coming back into your life? The 6 of Wands in reverse suggests yes, but it's not imminent. It's after they complete their own healing and they have a new beginning. The Empress card is birthing new things, bringing new things into life. Their thoughts and feelings now are focusing apparently on trying to make, I'm going to be candid, trying to make money because apparently they've suffered some losses, but also trying to move into a healthier stage of their life. Their thoughts and feelings about you are, oh, here, by the way, here's the Lovers card fell out for that. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. This person's a little complicated. They're trying to manifest a lot of things in their own life. So they're a little self-focused, but their thoughts and feelings towards you are interesting. I very much get the feeling they have no desire to hold you back. If you haven't heard from them, it may be because they're simply not on the right page for you at this particular point in their life. Key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures will wait for those ready to let go of the past. I'm going to keep drawing here because that 6 of Wands in reverse to me suggests that, well, we're not quite done here, but the way they feel about the connection at present is that it's not necessarily the worst thing if you move on in their eyes. Like they have these feelings for you, but they're engaged in their own process. They're engaged in their own process, and their focus appears to be on self. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's not a quick thing either. That materialism card, again, like the finances here are for some reason an issue, but again, it's the Devil card. And that is a card of relationships to person, places, or things that do not serve us. Is this separation going to end? I really might I get the feeling. I get the feeling. But it's almost like a new life will begin for them before that can happen. So there's no real time frame around it. Lesson, this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson, okay. Abundance, you've done the work, abundance flows to you now. Denial, detach with love clearly to see the truth. Self-care, this is what they're doing. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. This can be a card of denial. Here's the thing. Is this connection enduring? It appears to be. Is there anything imminently happening with it? I'm going to go ahead and take a romance angel as well. Can you give me some information for pile number 2? What are their thoughts and feelings now? They really try to focus on productivity, on maintaining a process around gaining what they need to truly enjoy this life. They had all the fire in the world for you, but it's like they didn't think it could work. Has that changed? I believe so, but is it the time now? It does not appear to be the time now with that 6 of Wands in reverse. They had to learn a lot about what would truly make them happy. And I think only having the absence of your presence in their life has been, like, it's been helpful to them. Like, having to try and process a loss has brought them to a greater, their ability to love seems to be increased. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. It's very much a separation energy. And then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. They're in a healing phase. Are they coming out of that healing phase anytime soon? The advice from the cards here is like, you do not appear to be done, but that like focus, remember, if this is a twin flame situation, your best bet to bring about union is to do your work. Everything that they're doing is what you're doing as well, which is learning how to be independent, learning how to have achievements that you value, learning to love your life as it is without the need potentially of a codependent partner. A lot of twin flame dynamics, because they can become so wrapped up in each other, can actually be a form of karmic lesson around learning. And by the way, student just dropped out. I was going to pick up it off the floor, but you know, it's so fitting to this, I'm going to put it in here. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And then I have arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Listen, this person is healing. They're just healing. They did not have apparently a good relationship, I kind of want to say, to life. But the self-care thing, they're wise enough to know that they can't offer anything to anybody that they're not able to give to themselves as well. We have Knight. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honor. The shadow attribute is allegiance to a destructive ruler or principal, romantic delusions. Now, I don't have the Seven of Cups here. I don't have anything that's suggesting that this is a wishful thinking type of energy. I just don't. But by the same token, I don't have anything that suggests that, like, kind of live your own life. This is the life as a banquet energy. Are they coming back? Yes, it genuinely appears so. Is there a bit of a delayed energy on that? Yes. Yeah, there just is. This person really has taken to heart the lesson that they need to heal their tendency towards, it looks like unhealthy escapism to me, before they're able to offer anybody anything. And what I said earlier was, do they think it's the worst thing if you move on? No, they don't. Like, they just don't. They don't know when they'll be able to offer you anything, is what it looks like. And so they don't, their focus is on themselves. And in a twin flame situation, the best thing that you can do is focus on yourself as well. We have materialism flipping twice. Okay. They appear to be reestablishing a professional connection in their life. They appear to be reestablishing an ability to meet their own needs, to feel successful, to feel productive, and to feel pride in their accomplishments. But new beginnings, here's the thing, when this person comes back, if you're still there, it looks like you start on a new page. Soulmate, I would agree with that. Like that Two of Cups in reverse with the Four of Wands as well. Like, this is a real soul level connection. Sometimes twin flame energies take lifetimes to resolve. This person appears to have soulmate, there we go again. Union of two souls, sudden change and progress. Boy, is this one ever a mixed bag. I have this real energy around the person does not want to hold you back and is not in your life because of that reason. By the same token, if you're like, oh, I hear that and I'm just going to hang on, they'll be here eventually, I kind of wouldn't. Simply because everything around this suggests detach with love to clearly see the truth. Is it possible with this materialism card, and you got an echo on that and the lesson, is it possible that there were elements of a relationship dynamic that you've repeated in the past? I think this person is going to heal. In the meantime, just kind of, there's the advice on this is kind of, this is going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit, and I can't get the sense that there's contact. I just can't get the sense that there's going to be contact anytime super soon. And so the cards appear to be kind of saying, if this is truly a twin flame situation, lean in on everything that person is doing as well, but do it for yourself. And it will resolve in the time period that it's meant to. like learning to have this wonderful, abundant experience, loving your life as your life first. And this person appears to be doing that. And they have what appears to be very sincere love for you, but they're very, I think they don't want to feel responsibility towards anybody but themselves at the present time. That's that self-care energy. And so they're a little bit focusing on how to have a life that is valuable on multiple levels. I have Crown Portal, Divinity, Unity, Separation. Honest to goodness, this whole twin flame and separation energy, it's not a bad energy. I don't think that it is a concluded energy. But what I do think with this materialism card, which is actually still the devil card and is one of the forms of like indicating codependency, I do think that there's a little bit of a warning around, hey, everything that this person is doing, that's the building blocks to health for you. Focusing on self, focusing on enjoying your own journey. I very much have the feeling that there is just an enduring love from this person and that like nothing will ever truly change that. And do they intend to come back? I really believe so. I really believe so. It's just with that Six of Wands in reverse, we have message, and then we have risk. That's the Fool's energy as well. We have differences. I don't mind this energy, but at present, the message that you're receiving is that you're on slightly different paths right now. And I don't think that's a bad thing, and I don't think that this is the end of the story. It's just, it's like you both got multiple chapters to write in between before your plot lines reconverge. How's that? And how long does that? It's going to vary for every single person. But the easiest way to like bring yourself to a healed and a happy state is that self-care, that focusing on self, that establishing of self, being in true alignment. I have this weird feeling that you really kind of are. Are they? Not yet. Not yet. But I like where it's going. It's just, don't clock watch on it. How's that? On the nose, twin flames. On the nose again, separation. Love, which is an unconditional love card. Passion. There was no lack of that. The Sword and the Rose, which is clarity. Healthy choices. So, group number 2. What are their thoughts and feelings? They have this enduring love for you, but they're very focused on healing and making healthy choices in life. And are they focusing on you at all? They're focusing on reestablishing their own connection to life and healing some things in their own life. But they have this feeling of enduring love for you. Do they plan on returning? There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. I don't feel like that's necessarily their focus at this time. But the cards are indicating differences, risks. The cards are indicating that there's something coming up here. Now, could it just be closure? I think not. And here's why. The Empress gives birth to new beginnings, new life. I've got a new beginnings card over there as well. Is there a time for you in the future? It appears there's a time for you in the future. But it's like this nebulous enough energy that even the messages of love cards were like self-care, focus on self, abundance, lesson, like learn the lessons of this connection. Loneliness, I know that I'm never alone. Honesty, change, I want one more on that. Acceptance. So group number 2, try not to be discouraged by this because I don't think it's discouraging at all. But the time, if you're alone right now and you're asking about somebody that you're in separation from, it is so that you can do your own work. And what are they doing? They're doing their own work. Is it over? I don't think so. I don't think so. Is there any type of time frame on this? I'm going to say you're not supposed to have one. And if you've got any type of, like, I check on this constantly energy, remember that's not, like, focus on your own stuff. This person's doing a good job of focusing on their own stuff. Do they ever, like, peek over a wall to see what's going on with you? I don't think they have to. I think that most of the time they feel like you're with them all the time. But they have this very philosophical idea around what that means and what they intend to have happen. It's just kind of what the, like, they think that there's a time for this, but they're not, it's like they're not super fussed about the idea of, well, if you move on and you really find love, then that would be okay, as long as it's all healthy choices all over the place. They really are leaning in on learning important lessons in this lifetime. But their love for you is enduring. It's enduring. But they looked like they might have been, I guess what I'm trying to say is, with that materialism card hit twice, they may have focused on the wrong things in life. And they're focusing on the right ones now. I have society, twists and turns, jealousy, luck, romance, and planning. So I read these by the keywords, not the paragraphs. That jealousy card, I wonder if the cards are trying to tell me I've got it wrong and they are deeply jealous in nature, because that can be the devil card as well. I don't think I am. I think they have themselves convinced that it's okay if, like, you find a new human. It's the strangest thing. Every time I say that sentence, it feels like a pause button gets hit. Like, they think that because they know they're supposed to think it. But they also think that there's a time for you. Group number 2, I'm super sorry. It does not appear to be imminent. But their thoughts and feelings are about themselves healing, finding their own path in life. They wish you super duper 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 well. Sometimes that takes the form of believing that maybe it's fine if you move on, because they're still working on their stuff. And the advice from the cards is, hey, if you work on your stuff and you focus on self-care, on self-empowerment, on finding your own purposeful path, that looks like a true twin flame connection. It is currently in separation, and it looks like it's going to be until everybody involved is healed. So the way to end separation is to lean in on doing healing work. And their thoughts and feelings are about that, which I think is great progress for them. So don't begrudge them on that. And know that I every time I try and say, they think they're okay with you moving on, I think they would hate it. I think they would hate it, but they want to be the type of person who's okay with it. Because that jealousy card and then the devil card can technically be that as well. Okay, group number 2, that was your reading. Take care, be well. Okay, welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. We're putting the number 3 over there so people can easily fast forward to their reading. The Housewives Tarot is bringing us a predictive spread of 6 cards, potentially 7 as a qualifier, 6 being the card of internal balance. It's particularly important to twin flames, but this is not a twin flame reading. This is what are their thoughts and feelings now. I did shuffle for the Lenormand deck, and this is the tree card, which among some of the things that it means is a past connection. It is about spirituality, being grounded, being very in the moment, and it is about growth as well. So let's get going here on what this particular connection is going to, what are their thoughts and feelings now? What are their thoughts and feelings now? Here we go. Let's get going for group number 3. Hey, group number 3, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Let's go for group number 3. What are their thoughts and feelings now? 1 and 2 and 3. This was actually produced in the 90s, I think, but it has very like late 1950s, early 1960s images on it, and it's very satiric. It's very tongue-in-cheek. I have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. I have the Nine of Wands in the upright, which is a card of boundaries. This is success, the start of something. It's a very practical card. With the Knight of Wands in the upright, which is action, forward motion. Page of Wands as well. This is good. That is, again, this kind of inspiration. The pages get things started and the knights carry them forward. King of Wands, we got plenty of fire on this scene. And then I have the Star in reverse. We're going to go ahead and take our 7th qualifier, and that one came out as the Queen of Pentacles. Here is the thing. This might be a friendship, or it could be a work relationship. I'm going to be completely honest. I think this is somebody you shot down. I just do. The Star in reverse being about like disappointed hopes. The Queen of Pentacles, like that's the kind of wifey card energy. That's the woman who can do it all. It's not gendered, by the way. It's just somebody who can handle hearth and home. And I'm also saying this is the person you want around you in an emergency. Because that person can, like, you know, stop a head wound and make sure the cat's all taken care of and get everybody in the car to drive to the ER department. Like, this is somebody who can just keep all the balls in the air while being very grounded and having, doesn't mean she doesn't ever, like, you know, fall apart in the aftermath, but this is a great person in emergencies. But here's the thing. It's like they tried to get something started, bumped into your boundaries. Maybe they tried again and again. And like it was just no dice, no joy, no anything. Could it be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus with this particular energy and this particular energy, and then also the tree is an incredibly grounded energy as well? It could be, but kind of what I think is it really is somebody who tried to shoot their shot and you shot them down. I don't think that was the wrong call. There's a ton of wands here and nary a cup in sight. Meaning that whatever their motives for coming towards you, like it's like they weren't the best. Are they still aware of you? Yes, they are. They are. This Queen of Pentacles, it's like they're... Is this an opportunist? Because the King of Wands for me is often an opportunist. I have photograph, yeah. Looking at your photographs, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. I would agree with that. Like they've got, as I said, too much fire here, not enough love. It really is like this person attempted to get something off the ground with you, and you did not have a leg for them to stand on. I have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprisal, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. The Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman, date, meeting someone new, getting back out there, plans, set a date. Oh, interesting. Girl with a snake, empath, and narcissist paradigm. Was this person a narcissist? Maybe. Maybe. I don't have the narcissist card on here, but like there is just no emotional tethering to this particular energy. They do appear to keep an eye on you, but it's like because they're waiting for you to like be with somebody, I think. I think that this is somebody who, again, there's this kind of like they shot their shot and you shot them down. Looks like a really solid choice, by the way. What do I need to know for yourself? We had true love and engagement fall out, but like the for yourself energy, I think they're waiting to see who you end up with, honest to goodness. And those cards just slid right off the top as soon as I picked up the deck. They keep an eye on you somehow. They could be aware of you, particularly through your business, through your work setting. If this was a relationship, it's not super showing up as one. But I have to admit, like, this person is not, I'm not going to say they're tending a grudge. I don't have that. But it's like they don't take no well. They don't take no well. And it does appear that they offered you something and you just were not there for it. Because this is like all of this, they took their shot, ran into your boundaries, got shot down, still like have this, it's almost like they want to possess you versus love you. They're waiting on this new love energy. Financial loss, I'm telling you. Take a risk. Temptation. Dazed and confused. Codependent. Are they a codependent person? If they are, it is actually that they're the narcissist in the empath narcissist paradigm. Here's the thing. Their thoughts and feelings are that they're, maybe they have some wounded pride around this, but it's not coming through as the predominant energy. But like, it's almost like they're, the only way for them to soothe their wounded pride is to see that you end up with somebody that it's like, oh, that's their type. Like the reason that they kind of keep tabs on you is to see where you're going in this life. Because nothing got off the ground here. And like, please don't regret that. Please don't regret that. The person's motives are all about like lust and fire and like they thought you were smoking and all that. But I kind of get the feeling that they kind of burn through people. Yeah. Look at what just came out. Past life love, play hard. Addiction, remember that can just be a past encounter, a past person. I have this codependent energy around them, and I think that's why they're still watching you. And it's not super duper creepy. It's not. But you did not, they wanted something from you, and I just have this feeling you did not want anything to do with them. And they watch you to see who gets to have something to do with you. Because I think that's how they're going to explain away what thus far for them was just like, they got stonewalled. Like you just kind of weren't there for that. The impossible made possible. Real love. We've got that in multiple places. Interesting energies. Like they still think you're just... They think you're really amazing. It is bothering me over and over again. This is Teacher's Deck, by the way. I don't get anything if you order it, but there's a link in the website to how to purchase it in the description box down below. I read almost everything by keywords first. I think they think you're going to be very successful is part of it. I just get this weird player of energy from them. I have no emotional investment from them. And this addiction, it might be a sex addiction for all I know, because with there's just too many wands on that. And wands aren't bad. Wands aren't bad. There's something with this star in reverse and this weird energy where this is clearly a personal relationship, but there's no cups whatsoever. It's all about acquisition energy. And they do appear to keep tabs on you simply because they want to see who you end up with. They want to see who you end up with because they didn't get anywhere with you. Achievement, and they also think you're going to be very successful. Personal riches, positive work outcomes, declutter, perseverance, want more difficult times. When I keep saying acquire and acquisition and how there just is not quite enough tenderness, kindness, love around this particular connection, they still wanted to have you. There's a lot of wanton desire with all of these wand cards. Let me get the hidden truth out, which I hardly ever do. Who flipped? I am waiting patiently. I hope not. I'm not loving the energy on this person. Oh Lord, are they going to try again? I hope not. I hope not. Listen, there's nothing hideously wrong with this person. I'm not getting any of the like classic, you know, oh, that's a sociopath, that's a narcissist. Be careful. That person's really dangerous. I'm not getting that. What I am getting is this person, I trusted you. I don't know how to feel. I am not necessarily getting the best feelings off of these cards. And by the way, this is only going to describe you. This is your pile only if like it didn't. I very much got the shot down in flames energy around this. And in flames, not necessarily, but firmly. Like firmly. There was, they took their shot, they ran right into your walls. And I'm glad you had them there. I don't know if they're going to try again. There was at least one indication of that because they've got, I'm not going to say they're fixated, I'm not, but they keep an eye on you and they still would like to, I keep using the word acquire. There's still this energy of they think you're pretty remarkable and special and they can see that easily. And is this person a sore loser? I'm going to say yeah. I've got that energy around it. But this is not an ex-person. This is not somebody that you have a current romantic relationship. It's not your pile if you're looking at somebody that you're like, hey, I really wanted that person. You didn't. And could it go either way? Sure, of course. Love readings can always do that. Old friends, good memories, pausing to reflect, success and perseverance, oh dear, transformation, destructive behaviors, and wishful thinking. The next would have been unfounded fear. Listen, the only thing I don't dig about this is this person has not let go. They just haven't let go. And I do not have any stalker cards. I do not have any, like, be careful, they're like creeping on your social media energies. I don't have anything that's freaking me out unduly. It's just the past connection thing is holding very true. And they didn't get what they wanted. They just kind of didn't get what they wanted. And I just would urge being the tiniest bit careful around this. Is there any closing thoughts on this? Their thoughts and feelings now. It looks to me very much like you rejected something that came towards you. I do not think you were the person who was being rejected. Quite frankly, that person's motives are suspect to me, even though they're not coming off as a terrible person. They're coming off as being very self-involved. I have majestic eminence, priestess, divine feminine, and worth. Man, they don't struggle with seeing yours. Like they know that you're something special. Throat portal, speak your truth, courage, and suppression. All right, so group number 3. This has been an interesting reading. What are their thoughts and feelings now? Man, they still, like, they're having trouble accepting a rejection. They watch you pretty carefully to see who you're going to end up with. I don't love their motives with all of those wands and no cups. There is a self-involved energy around this. And it is like they hope they get another chance. And just from the energy around it, like, I hope they don't. Remember, there are like more than one pile can hold true for you, but this is somebody that they wanted something from you and you were like, hi, yeah, I'm taking a pass. And it's not violent or gross or frightening, but they're not the worthy is what it looks like to me, because when you get right down to it, I'm not positive this person truly falls in love. But like they see you as somebody who's going to succeed and achieve. And again, with that Queen of Pentacles, it's almost like they think you'd be a good person to hook up with monetarily as well. I don't love their motives. I just don't love their motives. Group number 3, that was your reading. Please don't be distressed by it. Honest to goodness, if that was your pile, all of that made a lot of sense to you, because it's somebody that that feeling of slamming into boundaries, I have a feeling it was not the world's most comfortable situation. Okay? Take care. Be well. Welcome back. If you chose file number 4, this is your reading. We're putting number 4 over there so people can easily fast forward to their number, but there are timestamps in the description box down below. This is, and I did shuffle for these so they will have meaning within the readings. This is the man card from the Lenormand. Listen, that's very obviously, it can be a man in somebody's life. It can be the divine masculine. It can be logical thinking over being guided by the heart. It can be security. It can be dependency issues as well. It's more practical 3D energy than it is a spiritual one. So let's get going for group number 4. What are their thoughts and feelings now? We'll see what the nature of this relationship is as well. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. Let's go. This is the Muse Tarot. Let's see what it has to say here. Whoa. 8 of Swords in reverse, which is a feeling of freedom. It can literally be getting out of jail, by the way. I have the 2 of Wands in reverse, which is making a plan and committing to it. I have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is a lack of emotional fulfillment. I have the 4 of Wands in the upright. That is interesting because that can be one of my twin flame cards. It's also gatherings. It's also security, contentment. The 4 of Wands is this kind of celebratory energy. And then that comes out with the 8 of Cups in reverse, which is somebody returning. Interesting. Then I have the Awakening card in reverse. That can be poor judgment. It is the card for the Archangel Gabriel. It can also be motives that are hidden. And it can also be the start of a new karmic cycle. We're going to take a 7th as a qualifier. 6 is the number of personal, emotional, internal balance. And then we have the Strength card in the upright, which is the Leo card. It is also the Overcoming with Compassion card. It's also Courage. Well, I think we have another twin flame situation. Spoiler, is there another twin flame situation in this file? Yes, there is. In this reading. This is interesting energy to me. This person plans a return into your life. You are likely in separation. A lot of practical things are drawing them away. They're free from whatever constraints they had in the past. They're making plans. They can't currently, at this particular time, move towards you. I've managed to shed on the cards as if I am a dog, begging your pardon. But they have plans to. With this Strength card in the upright, now does this have to be a twin flame? Not necessarily, but it's got a little bit of that vibe. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get messages of love cards. Their thoughts are about all things practical right now. They're not really focusing on their emotional world as much as they are their practical world, but it's like a getting their ducks in a row energy in order to be able to come back and start again. So this could be an ex, it could be a twin flame in separation. If this used to be a third-party situation, because there's this 2 of Wands in reverse, which is making plans and committing to them, and that freedom energy, apparently it has been resolved. When they think of you, it's like you're a touchstone to them. Meaning that like they try to focus on their own stuff, but you're a very inspirational energy. This person is very forward moving. The Leo card is this person who, like they're a natural leader. They have all this personal fire. They're a very passionate person. Twin flame. All right, true love. Yeah. Mastery, learning lesson, and then regret. I got that feeling as soon as I saw the 4 of Wands go down. So this appears to be a twin flame and separation energy. And why am I so prone to having twin flames show up in readings even when I'm not trying to do twin flame energies? Because I have so many healers in my collective. Healers are empaths. Empaths are incredibly prone to both karmic relationships. And then as they heal, they're very likely to attract their twin flame. So, listen, twin flame appears to be in separation. They think of you with all this admiration. Their thoughts and feelings now are essentially that I think they see you as being super strong, and they have not viewed themselves traditionally as being the strongest person. I think they are attempting to get their poop in a group, and that they have every intent of coming back towards you. Guilt, guilt and regret. Whatever they did, I'm just going to say they know they messed something up. As usual, we have a helicopter chase over our head. It's fun living outside LA. The guilt card with the regret card, like they did something that they don't admire. They like this poor judgment card as well. Their thoughts and feelings now are like they want to, it's almost like they want to be able to show you a resume of their accomplishments when they arrive back in your life. It really is that. Now, how deep of a relationship was this? I have no information on that. None. I don't know if this has totally got off the ground or never did, or like, you know, we're together for 3 years split. Don't know what it is. But they have guilt and regret, relationships, service. I want one more on that, pride. I'm going to go with everything. That backs up absolutely everything. It's like this is a card of pride as well. They want to be able to meet you at your level. And they see you as somebody very likely to be like, this is who you are and this is who they want to have matching energy. Really, honest to goodness, they're not super happy with where they are right now. They want to be the worthy is really kind of what I've got here. They're trying to learn lessons in their own life about how to heal, how to cope, how to be the person that they like the most. Are they focused on you at all? Yes, but in this very, like, it's the right form of motivation for them. It's not obsessive. Guilt, relationships, service, and pride. They can get in their own head too much with that man energy. That's that, you know, overthinking energy as well. Listen, I just kind of noticed that this guy has a telescope. And I've got that energy. It's like you're never far from their sights. Like they, I want to say keep tabs on you. But they're not intrusive. What do we got? Karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. Remember that like that is learning self-love, learning to be in alignment with your divine self and your true purpose is just part of the point of everybody's journey. And I've got that for this person. But I've got them returning with that Eight of Cups and the Awakening card again, new karmic cycle. It's like they want a new chance with you. But it's almost like you were a harsh lesson. You're a harsh lesson for them. I think, facing who they really were. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I do think that they do that. Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. I want more. Girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. And then I have sunglasses, which is one of the stalker cards. They do watch you. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Hey, listen. I'm not bothered by the girl with the snake energy because I think it's them as well as you. I think you're both empaths. I don't think anybody involved in this is the narcissist. Which unfortunately, the empath narcissist paradigm is actually a very real thing. But I have a feeling that your twin flame is going to also be an empath. Now, can karmic relationships hide under the banner of a twin flame? Absolutely. But you know it over the course of time. You genuinely do. As people heal, they're like, wait, what was I thinking? That person was not treating me. I wouldn't accept that treatment from anybody. What was I thinking? If you're not at that particular point, you may have more to heal, but it's more likely that, you know, twin flames are a real thing. we just have to do our work to be able to bring about union. And I have like no doubt that you've done your work. They do appear to keep an eye on you, and they appear to want to come back to you with this sense of pride of who they are, what they've done. Like they don't want to show up and just be like, I'm essentially exactly the same person, but like I can't stop thinking about you. It's like they want to be able to, it is just the funniest thing. Like I said, it's like they want to be able to show you their resume of growth. We have Hell No. We have Black Magic, which is a card actually of apparently all dark and evil works are done, got dead. You are safe. Opportunity. Player. And then I want one more on it. Ooh, Succubus, Incubus with Romance. We're going to put that over there. Okay. Remember, this can be the empath narcissist paradigm. Honest to goodness, I think that you were both prone to it. I don't think either of you, I think both of you have had lessons to learn. Their thoughts and feelings at the present time are about apparently trying to fix something so that they can come back and again be somebody who is like worthy. The word worthy just keeps coming through over and over again. What they really want is to earn their fresh start. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. What are we just dropping all over the place? Yeah, very soon. I'd go with that. Do you have long to wait? No. You don't have long to wait. Is this person doing their work? Yes, apparently this person is very much doing their work. Their thoughts and feelings are, I think, honest to goodness, the connection got lost for them for a while. I just do. With this Ace of Cups in reverse, I think they had a set of circumstances that made them confront multiple things in their life. With this regret, we've had multiple guilt markers. Their thoughts and feelings are that they would like to, I believe, repair things, but you both have, like whoever your past partners are, the mastering of a lesson, I think for both of you has been a very important part of this journey. But are they returning to your life for a fresh start with that in mind? They appear to be. I have absolutely no time frames on this. It is going to take the time it takes. Their thoughts and energy are, sometimes they try to cut themselves off from emotions, focus on their stability, but it is very much with wherever they were, where they got a little lost in this journey. It's like you were the light that started guiding them out of that darkness. Are they a ball of fire of energy and moving towards you swiftly? Well, you did get the very soon card. But that was the only thing that indicated like super swift returning energies to me. I like the Man card because it is this, like, he's trying to, this person does not need to be male. They don't need to identify as a male, by the way. But this particular person is trying to get a sense of personal power to return to their life. And then they appear to at least want to have a nice discussion with you about all of the ways in which they let themselves down in the course of letting you down, is kind of what I've got on that. I'm going to close this out with a House in the Night tarot card. What's the last word for group number 4 on what are their thoughts and feelings now? 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. Deceit. Interesting. Self-worth. I want one more. Trapped, but that was in reverse, and that's the 8 of Swords energy in reverse as well. This person they had to confront the ways in which they were lying to themselves, the ways that they had to heal and have true value in self in order to have true value in others. You were, I kind of want to just say, the person that they looked up to in this. It does appear to be a twin flame situation. Okay. Group number 4, that was your reading. Their thoughts and feelings are they're working hard on their own stuff to regain their self-respect, and they hope to regain yours as well. Take care. Be well. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 5, then this is your reading. We're putting the number 5 over there so people can easily fast forward to their reading. We have the Moon card from the Lenormand deck. And the Moon card is interesting. It's about the subconscious. It's about fantasy, sometimes illusion. It can be fear, it can be desire. This is an interesting, and it can be something being ruled by underlying issues. We've got the Cirque du Tarot bringing you a predictive spread of 6 cards with the 7th card qualifier when necessary. They've been necessary on every file. It's been an interesting reading. 6 being the internal number of balance. This is their thoughts and feelings now. And before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. And if you want to help support this channel, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like the reading. Let's get going here. I have the 7 of Swords in reverse, which is clarity. It can also be, whoa, Tower in the upright. We got an interesting one right off the bat here. Knight of Swords in reverse. Well, the Tower, of course, is a card of complete and sudden change. This particular depiction of it is a very, very fiery tower, like things being burned down to the foundation. I have this Knight of Swords in reverse, which is uncertainty. It can be rage as well. This is a strange energy. Sorry to pause for a moment there to allow the garbage truck to back up the world's longest drive, and so that you wouldn't be just surrounded by the sound of beeping forever. All right, so we've got the 7 of Swords in reverse, which is a card of like lies being revealed. The Tower, which is a card of complete and sudden change. It can also be divine intervention. That Knight of Swords in reverse is this frustrated, angry energy. And then I have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay. That's something being put to rest energy. This is an interesting and a strange energy because that can also be a ghosting energy with the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is being free. It's leaving the doubts of the past behind. This is a strange one. 3 of Wands in the upright, which is opportunity and anticipation. They have been all over the map. We're going to take one more on this with the Hierophant in the upright, which is a card of faith. Universities is the Taurus card as well. It's the government card as well. It used to be called the Pope. It's about traditional structures. Ay, ay, ay. This one's a difficult energy. So whoever this person is, my God, they, quite frankly, just were not the biggest truth teller. I think that they may have just tried to cope with a difficult situation by not telling the truth about it. Their life has been a mess. There's just no other way of putting this. So their thoughts and feelings are right now, like they have plans for the future. They appear to be trying to get their feet back underneath them with this Hierophant energy. This could be somebody you know through work or through school. This can be a hospital card as well. The 3 of Wands is a pretty good energy to be ending this out with. Their thoughts and feelings are so focused on self, but they have to be. Like this person, I don't think you have contact with them at this particular time. They have anger issues. This Knight of Swords in reverse is one of like, I'll tell you really honestly, this can be a card for murder for me. Now, nothing else around it really supports that, so I'm not saying that there's this murderous rage behind this person, but they have anger management issues. They've been working on some things. They've freed themselves with this 8 of Swords in reverse, so that could be from a toxic relationship. I cannot get the sense that this is a romantic relationship. I don't know if it was a work one. It is somebody who, like, I'm going to just go ahead and say, did you kind of dirty or was not honest with you? Let's get some cards on this, some archetype cards. Their thoughts and feelings now are, I don't like this person's temperament. They're just a little reactionary and they're avoidant. They have this avoidant attachment style. We have a storyteller. Watch out, because we are making up tales that harm others as the shadow attribute. The moon, again, can be about concealment and emotions running amok as well. Storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, but that shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. I think this person really took a shot at your reputation and it blew up in their own face. Yeah, slave. Light attribute is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, but the shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. This person is a self-destructive individual. Their thoughts and feelings now, like I said, they've got anger issues. Like they lash out. That Knight of Swords in reverse for me is somebody who, like, quite frankly, can be very unkind with their words. This is not an energy that I'm super duper digging. I do not necessarily think this was a romantic relationship. It could have been a work one. It's like somebody who, they had the opportunity to do the right thing and they did the wrong thing instead. That's kind of what I've got over here. And what did it do to them? Apparently, it kind of, you know, one of the sayings I use for the tower is it's divine intervention, but please keep in mind that the universe will blow up the bridge you are standing on if it is leading to the wrong land. And I've got that energy. Like a lot of things blew up in their face. They're doing better now and they have all these plans. But when it comes to you, I think they both have clarity, but also anger. Like they've got this anger. It's almost like they lost something. Message in the upright. I have differences. I have forbidden, deceit, cycles. I took a lot on that one just because, my goodness, it just kept going. This might have been a third-party situation that lost somebody there. The person lost a great deal through it. And this weird, inappropriate anger that I have towards them, because I have a feeling that, like, they're not great at taking accountability. I don't think this is a twin flame situation. If it is a work situation, like this person, whatever they did to poison the well for you, like it ended up, they drank from the same well, it turns out. Let's keep going here. 1 and 2. Their thoughts and feelings are, like I said, they struggle with anger, and it does appear to be towards you. Do they kind of plot revenge? Solar plexus, being centered, balancing power, and manipulation. I'm going to go with manipulation for that person. I have Ice Queen, introspection, self-analysis, and fortitude. Emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, and rebalancing. Is this person growing? The phrase that just came through to me is thief in the night. This person is just a little bit of an avoidant person. They're a tiny bit of an opportunist. Remember, like, people can possess negative traits in degrees. Like, not everybody who has a narcissistic trait is a narcissistic personality disorder. Not everybody who can be manipulative is a to-the-bone type of liar. But this person has like this suspect energy around them. And they are, because the 3 of Wands is also the opportunity card, and I've got multiple deceit cards with this person. And then this Hierophant energy, they make all these, I kind of want to say they scheme. They scheme a lot. This is not a super positive one. We have be generous, success and emotional fulfillment are yours with thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring a new and positive future. Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Just a little heads up around this person. I'm really uncertain as to the nature of this particular relationship, because in a general reading, of course, we can have multiple scenarios in play. But this is a person who tries to take advantage of those around them. And the thing that I'm kind of picking up with this particular human being is that you're just going to, like, allow yourself to keep a very strong distance from this person. They wish you well. They wish themselves well. They wish themselves well. Like I said, they lost something, and it was actually from their own actions. Like, something that they did became clear, like I said, blew up the bridge they were standing on, made them super angry. This I don't super love, because it can be a returning energy. And then Eight of Swords in reverse, that's also free energy. This is a planning card, and it's also an opportunity card and an anticipation card. With this Hierophant in the upright, remember that's a very patriarchal energy. This person has a strangely patriarchal energy. And with the Storyteller and Slave, honest to goodness, like they're not a slave to the truth, that's for darn sure. The Cycles, Deceit, Forbidden Differences. You're very different people. Is this person gone from your life? I don't believe so. Their thoughts and feelings, though, are very, like, aggrieved. Like, they're a wound licker. Like, they might see themselves as your victim rather than the other way around. They see you, that Ice Queen energy, like, for whatever reason, even though I get this weird, unfeeling vibe from them, they've got you pegged as being the person who's uncaring. I think because, like, I think from their perspective, you could see that their world was burning around them. Brilliant idea, miracle of health, the impossible made possible, ancestral healing. I want one more on this scam alert, which is, of course, lying their butt off. I don't know if they took an idea that was yours. I don't know if they exploited your mind in the past for your creativity. I think that you were kind of the person who, whatever the nature of this relationship was, they relied on your personal power a great deal. You were kind and generous towards them. Until I think likely you had to recognize your worth and get away from something that was not a relationship that was serving you. You may have recognized that this person was not wedded to telling the truth. This forbidden energy, you really might have them blocked. But their thoughts and feelings are like, there's this creepy, like, wanting to find a way back to you, and, like, for not great reasons. Like, this person has not undergone a great spiritual awakening. They're still the super, like, they're a very patriarchal person, a very traditional person. They want the trappings of wealth more than they want spiritual enlightenment. That Three of Wands, the anticipation, though, there's something I don't like about this person. It's like they celebrate the misfortunes of others. Like, there's just this very negative energy with this particular, it's the Knight of Swords with the Tower that does that for me. I never like the Knight of Swords in reverse like that. That's somebody who, like, stabs with their words, who takes hasty, impulsive, and hurtful actions towards others. Pride, yeah, well, loneliness, worry, success, balance. Their idea, they want to gain more. And do they want you to lose? No, I'm not necessarily certain that that's part of the energy here, but it's almost like they want to figure out, they make plans to see how they can get another slice of that pie. But, like, their actual thoughts and feelings towards you, honest to goodness, there's something so strange about this. There's all this anger, all this fire, all this coldness, but there's no love in this pile. There's just no love in it. Like, there's this arm wrestling over power energy. Can I get some fortune cards, please? And we're going to get from the Infinity Oracle as well for this. Their thoughts and feelings are, like, this person is, I'm just going to say, not the nicest human being. Now, can everybody grow and change and access their divine? Yes. Like, we are only as lost as we allow ourselves to be. We can are, like, goodness, mercy, these are all made out of our choices. This person's choices are cold and calculating. You assert yourself. I think that they think you're going to be super successful. Friendship. Darn it. Communication and society. Want more travel. It's like they look for a way to draw you into their web again. And honest to goodness, I did not I said that before I even realized this. This depicts a spider's web. And even in reverse, that person is still essentially cocooned and fighting off the spiders. The spider energy around this person, like, they're an opportunist. Their true motives are almost always concealed. They will bend reality and stories and words to serve them. But it's the creepiest thing. They want back into your life because they... I will put it very honestly, I don't think this can be a romantic pile. They want to find a way to further exploit the connection. That was a super, I'm going to go with not super duper duper negative one, but like I don't trust this person's energy, and I don't, like, the amount that they resent others. Like there's this comparison energy, and when I went into the spider thing, it's like they want to figure out how they can, like, you know, get you back into their web. And the web of lies energy is just around this person. They're not the most honest human being. Their thoughts and feelings are like, how can I get more from this person? Energy cleanse. What else do we have to say about what are their thoughts and feelings now? And this has been a strange read. This is a strange pile. Whenever I do 5 piles, the 5th one always seems to be this wild card energy. Karmic partner, okie dokie. Regrets, I don't have a lot stuck. Speak your truth. Keep the faith. And then new love. Interesting. Listen, if this person was a karmic partner and this was actually a romantic relationship and just that weird, chilly, like, you know, tumbleweed blown across the landscape of the heart energy I've got from this person, understand that has nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with the choices that they make in their emotional makeup. In terms of what they're thinking and feeling, they're always trying to figure out how to exploit people. Like group number 5, I do not dig that human being. If this, like, you should already know this, by the way. You should already know this. But like I said, that tower energy, it's like they blew up their own world trying to poison yours. They blew up their own world trying to poison yours. Okay, group number 5, a slightly difficult read on that. You had such clarity around all of the cards there. Is that person ever coming back? They sure want to. They sure want to. Do they make it? No. It looks to me like by the time they're ringing your doorbell, you're so happy and involved in such a good aspect of your life with new loving relationships and apparently a great deal of success that they're just kind of stuck out of luck. Okay? Take care. Be well.